Now then, let's take a look at this. At Seekers is the ping time. Dream time. Ace Attorney. Let's go! Man. Haley. As I was writing, I felt like, you know what? I know that I won't be able to talk as much if I do this, but I think it's 10 times funnier if I do this. So what happened? You asked the first person who was drunk but a bit less drunk, but blacked out, and you asked the second person who was drunk but a lot more drunk and delusional. She's in denial.
Anyway,
this wolf was in the river. The river is called denial.
Anyway,
I need to at one point. I bought for Doloktown even the soundtrack. At one point, I'm thinking I need to like pop that soundtrack music in here when we do streams because it's really just beautiful ambient background noise.
I mean, do they allow that?
They should. I've seen people put game music, old things. Yeah.
You have to put in like the credits of your
because I've seen people like whenever they edit videos whatnot, a whole bunch of time people have put cyberpunk music whenever it's time for action. Yeah.
Anyway, Star, are you getting game feed?
I am getting game feed, but we're still in pre-stream. Don't worry.
Yeah. I'll just wait then.
Oh. I see. I was wondering why the VT model wasn't working. The camera was not plugged. No, camera wasn't plugged in.
Oh, okay.
I just looked over to the side and I looked down and I saw the camera wire. I'm like, oh right. I take the camera wire off every now and then because I don't want it to get bent. God, Ace Attorney, I'm happy, I'm excited, it's gonna be a great time. I got everything set up over here. Everything, almost, except it's loading. Which is great, wonderful. Please, load faster. Okay, 30 seconds left pre-stream, let's go into it. We're ready!
Nice. It's Miles!
Mr. Edgy Poo!
You've been missing him?
I've been missing him.
Alright then, let's do this then. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness.
Oh, I said prosecution.
Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand.
Why you, Gumshoe?
Witness, your name and occupation.
Oh, I just opened up the art, and I just raised the last two pieces of art I did fire. It's Phoenix. One's him rushing in to punch that fool holding the camera. The second one is Phoenix, like, post-training arc. Big muscle man.
My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir.
Okay,
I'm a detective down at the precinct.
We have a small issue.
For now.
Oh, never mind. It's fixed now. Oh no. Wait, I'm prepared for this. I got the grumpy dwarf. For now.
After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. Detective Gumshoe. The prosecution has no need for depressed witnesses. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes, sir!
I love his name is Detective Dick Gumshoe, because detectives are called dicks and they're also called gumshoes.
Yep.
His name is Detective.
I
It's
will
like
point
a
out that
goblin.
is one of the few times someone has been nice to Detective Gumshoe.
You know, I wanted to make a goblin character, but I wanted to call them a private investigator, Richard Dick Johnson. So, and he's an asshole. So he's basically, this goblin is a dick. He's a dick, and he's a dick.
Okay. But, yeah, no, that was one of the few times that someone was nice to Gumshoe.
It was nice, but it lasted a whole 10 seconds.
Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that.
I have a question for you. Why are you so good at being British? Why are you so good at being British?
I don't know. I'm just trying to be sophisticated. I'm not trying to be British. I'm trying to sound like I come from money and have a superiority over you.
You sound like you come from daddy's money, and that means you're British.
Just...
Well, Mr. British...
We got Mia.
Get ready, Phoenix. I'm sorry, I can't do that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is gonna be one very rough fight.
Yeah, it would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth.
I love how we're talking like we're the villain.
Bare facts of the case. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Gordita, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking in the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. First, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. But what about the guitar?
But what about the blood?
Wasn't one of the big things that the guitar is missing?
Wasn't the blood on the top of the case and not inside the case? And the case is open? After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room.
Yes, sir. Both the victim and the defendant were alone in their room, sir.
I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Every time I actually looked at him, I looked at the judge in the face by accident the previous time, so I just completely slipped the voice. Tried to look back at our grumpy dwarf who I just have floating above.
Okay, well, that's good. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, we know he was found dead in his room. The cause of death, wasn't it because Mr. Cordito was stabbed in the chest? Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal.
I mean, what?
I'm calling you
He's got a fucking knife in his...
Okay, so take a good look at the crime photo.
Hmm?
Now, a real bro's attention would be drawn here, to the bandana.
Banana.
His bandana, sir. It's the thing wrapped rightly around
Oh my
his neck,
god, I can't believe Gumshoe is portrayed as smarter than someone. Yes, I see. This banana-scented bandana.
And then, what about the knife? It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death.
We have a crafty murderer on our hands here. So he was strangled to death?
Maybe? We'll see. We're about to get something. Autopsy report. Strangled with a scarf,
Jesus.
then stabbed with a knife.
Jesus Christ, how much did you look at this man dead?
And why do you think that? Because it was empty, pal. The Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. And we couldn't find it anywhere on the scene of the crime.
Oh, then how about this theory? Oh my god, a judge offering his own theory? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that? Bro, judge!
We thought it...
What?
We thought of that... We thought of that too, sir, but... Well, the only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims. Only the victims, huh?
Gloves? Have you heard of gloves? Detective, have you ever heard of gloves? I see. So much for that theory then. Have you heard of gloves?
Okay, and then... What convinced you they had nothing to do with the case? The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night.
Oh, well, then where was it?
The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Gordita, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. Wait, so you mean he forgot
It's
to
a very valuable item. Why would they bring it?
It's because he wanted to smuggle something in with the case. Wait, so you
Anyway.
mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? What?
Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for his ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. So the guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel. Yeah, that's about right. So it really had nothing to do with the case at all.
To be fair, the guitar has nothing to do with the case, but what about the actual case itself?
I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why, then, did the police arrest Matt Ungod? Because there was reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing.
Very well. Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter.
Yes, sir.
I love that he's like a bit nervous about this because he knows about Maya.
Matt Ungod and Juan Gordita were huge rivals with each other. They each thought that the other guy was in his way. That was motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Ungod's hammock. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over this knife. The defendant brought the knife to the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder.
So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing, eh?
It was sort of sticky on the handle, but the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. It's got the word Gatewater engraved on it.
So it's not
And
brought to
here's
the
the
crime
button.
scene? This was found in the defendant's clothes, yes. And this button is also covered in blood?
Yes, and we know that this blood on it is the victim's blood, sir. What?
But why would it be ripped off and covered in the victim's blood? The struggle happened before the victim died, and then after the victim died a bloodless death, he was stabbed. Huh? All of this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? No, it doesn't.
Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. You ready to give in yet, right?
No, I'm not.
I'll find the hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you'd like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. Yeah.
To be fair, pointless.
We know how to get under Phoenix's skin.
Pointless. You know, the question that
That
usually
being
leads us to
said-
winning.
Star.
Hmm?
What's the issue that you see with this statement here?
Well, yeah, well, first off...
Oh, wait,
why
no, wait. My bad. There it is. This statement here.
Yeah, but isn't it... Yeah, it's a hotel knife. What does he mean? It's right there. It's a hotel.
Wait a second. What? So the basis of your argument that this is a premeditated murder is simply that my client brought a knife beforehand.
But yeah.
That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Huh? Take a good look at the handle of this knife and you'll see what I'm talking about. Huh?
It has the Gatewater seal set into the handle.
Gaywater. I think I heard that name somewhere before.
The hotel, you bitch!
That's the name of the hotel. It's the Gaywater Hotel. Uh-oh. The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated.
Yes, that's very true. This is a very big, What is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless.
What?
What? I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined.
How?
How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize
Currently?
this.
No!
And I didn't know. Oh. Oh. I'm not a member of the police force anymore.
Oh, shit.
The question is,
Well,
where did this knife come
the
from?
niceness was good, but it lasted. Oh, it's obvious. It came from the victim at the curator's room.
Sorry, Your Honor, but this is incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered.
wait.
With that being the
Yeah,
case,
that's right there.
I would like to draw the court's attention to what's on top of the table.
Oh my god! A knife missing from our client's tape room. What?
Yep.
There's
Just
a
read the
knife
line.
and fork on the table. I love that he just showed has a printed out panoramic shot. Take a look at this, Your Honor. Scroll to the right. But then, huh? Where in the world did this knife come from? Hotels don't usually give out 2 knives to people.
If it
That'd be
pleases the
ridiculous.
court, I'd like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt Ungard.
Oh no.
Especially what's on top of his table on the right side.
Oh no.
There is something missing. Perhaps a single knife? We've investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Ungard's knife was missing. Ugh. Mr. Ungard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To
Oh,
kill,
God.
of course.
Hold up 1 second. Something happened.
Oh no. Okay, well, that's not good.
No, not the internet. My monitor. When it got disconnected and reconnected for a second, the resolution changed and everything. It's okay, it's all good now.
Okay.
Everything's fine now.
And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven that this was a premeditated murder.
Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction. It seems Edgewater had planned this from the very beginning.
This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it.
A murder weapon with fingerprints. A button from the victim's costume. There's quite a sizable amount of evidence here.
I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your honest time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. Evidence not yet shown?
He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. Oh wait, he means evidence that hasn't been seen yet. In other words, new evidence. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright?
Well...
Phoenix? You've done this before. The judge is favoring the prosecution now. If he answered with something wrong now.
the gavel of his will be... That gavel of his will ring out the sound of our defeat.
Mr. Wright, do you have something important? I feel like if we present every...
I do.
What do you have? Oh.
There's one piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that the court has yet to see.
Mr. Wright, no showboating. I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. You say this every time,
Judge,
you fool.
We haven't even met, like, one witness that's not Gumshoe.
However, I'm giving you one chance and only one, just like every single child, where I give you only one chance, and that proves that you end up winning. I want to go home. It's Taco Tuesday.
What the judge is saying, right, is don't go try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us.
To be fair, Wright's bluffs almost always end up winning. You may now present one and only one piece of evidence. Now that one of the important pieces of evidence you must show the court. I love what the judge is like.
This wine glass. By the way, if you look up at the top right, it literally is only one shot.
Oh yeah. I love what the judge is never on the defensive side.
No.
This is a wine glass, is it not?
Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. This scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken, his makeup is all over the floor. These are all things that were one point sitting on top of the dresser.
Yes, I see your point.
However, this glass is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over, along with everything else, is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Well, what do you all have to say?
Yes, well, it is a little peculiar, yes.
Yeah, isn't it? I thought it was.
You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth?
What is it, Your Honor?
Your opinion?
You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning of that glass. What? It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By the person who discovered the body, Miss Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking.
That does sound very plausible. Mr. Wright?
Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking?
No.
Oh. If I appear weak here, the trial's over. If I look for my proof... I can look for my proof later. Who needs proof now? For now, I can trust my instinct and point with certainty.
They might just fall for it. If you're thought-provoking enough, basically bluff your ass off.
The defendants would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set that cup on the table.
You've turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Mr. Litchwood, do you have any proof to back up your claim? None whatsoever.
There's no way he has any. He was bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have evidence to support it.
What the fuck, man?
What? You're not thinking hard enough today, right? Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Then, of course it's been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints. You're forgetting. Every other person cheats. I actually do investigation.
Yeah, you're forgetting,
It's not like I
Mr.
have a
Wright.
whole spin-off called Miles Edgeworth Investigations, right?
Mr. Wright, you seem to forget something. I actually care that the person who goes to jail is guilty.
Fingerprints. There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass.
Only one? Well, whose were they?
They're not the victims, nor the... They were one Adrian Andrews. What? That is why I said the person who discovered the body had left them there. Are we done here, right? God, I can't believe I fell into another trap! Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Cordita. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser.
Instead of dropping it? Wow. What you just said makes a lot of sense.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Now do you see, right? I can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well. Ugh. I've thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I've come to discover.
Pure evidence. Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict.
Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. Witness?
I do love this judge and how he doesn't care about the legal system at all.
I have the object permanence of a 5-year-old.
I'm gonna sit down. I'm ready to pass my verdict, guys. We've not even introduced who the parties are. Oh, right. Okay,
Judge,
fine.
we just sat down.
Fine, I can wait. Okay, I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Bailiff, please bring in the next witness.
What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking? He's thinking...
I don't care. It gets us keep going.
What is he thinking?
Shit!
I know what he's thinking. Mr. Edgeworth is thinking that he wants the truth. I want the truth! You can't handle the truth.
Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation.
Oh my god, as usual.
Witness, your name and occupation... GOTCAA.
Your name's not Gotcha.
I wonder what happened to the calm composure he had like 5 seconds ago.
It's because he can never get these assholes to state their name. The only person he was successful one was
Reggie
Gumshoe.
boy. It's been what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me. I solved the report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet, it was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand?
Oh no. Look at him with his dog eyes. Dog eye shadows.
I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do now. So today, I'm going to tell everything and anything. Even things that don't have to do with the terrible crime.
No! Mr. Witness... Miss Witness, that terrible crime is all the court needs to know.
I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgie right now.
Why do you all react like that?
Don't interrupt us, Gramps!
Lady, I'm younger than you. Yes, madam.
No, please, by all means interrupt her, please, for the love of God! Anyway, witness your testimony, please. It's true what they say, that you've a hot-headed man.
Oh no?
At all edgy.
Okay.
Now then, what should I start with? The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is that correct, Miss Oldbag? It was a great job, being able to see my teary Kwan. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle.
You mean you were a fan of the victim? As in your judgment is tainted?
Look, everyone's crazy over that Ungod saying he's cute or fresh or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a child like him. I'm only interested in a real man. Quan Cordita.
Aren't they both the same age?
But aren't they the same age?
They are! I can't believe I remember that.
Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night. Very well, and please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder. Leave it to me, Edgy Poo. Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in front of the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye for the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was the man coming out of poor Quan's room. It was Ungod, Matt Ungod. He was trying to sneak his way out of Quan's room.
So Mr. Ungod came out of the victim's room.
See? It has to be him. He's the murderer.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Of course. Press. You saw my client. Are you sure about that? Yesy. Really? Annoying brat! When I say I saw someone, I saw that person! Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into that a bit further. What was their clothes? Tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail. What a troublesome man you are, really, as if something like that matters. But it does. Now what was it? Oh yes, that thing. What thing? That gaudy thing he's always wearing, that racing jacket. He was wearing that in the detention center too. That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Men.
Who wears pantaloons nowadays?
Apparently her. Right.
So, Mr. Wright, was that testimony just now important or relevant in any way?
It's very important. Of course it's important, Your Honor. Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony is important? Don't you see it, Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request what the witness say about the jacket be appended to her testimony.
I don't quite see where you're going with this, but all right, witness, please.
Oh well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must...
That was a lie.
He was wearing that flashy racing jacket. Honestly, it's just all for show.
Oh yeah! How did you... If he was wearing a racing jacket, how did this happen?
Miss Oldbag. What? Don't say my name for no reason! Do you know what this is? Ha! It's button number 2 on the Jammin' Ninja's costume! How? I know she's an obsessed fan, but she identified it by a single glance. What the fuck?
Button number 2!
Give it here! Give it here! If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this!
It's a toy gun.
He is a diehard fan to want a button covered in blood. This button was discovered on Mr. Ungard's body during the full body search. See? See? this button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it was that rascal Ungod. It was caught in the pleats of his nickel samurai Hakama pants. See? See? And Ungod is the nickel samurai. Witness. Now, it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination, but just now, didn't you just say the defendant, Matt Ungard, was wearing his usual racing jacket?
She didn't see anything after all. That stupid lying.
Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If I wore the trendiest dress, and instead I have to putting on this ridiculous outfit. This outfit is hideous, right? I got a tape recorder stuck to my chest. It's heavy, so heavy I wish I swapped the CDs ages ago. Dream Alive, and the kids are there, and I wish hard. Understand now? Take a look in the mirror. Your clothes are just as interesting. A documentary on girdling. You should take a tip from Edgy Poo and.
Okay, now hold your tongue for a second. What you saw in actuality was not Mr. Ingard, the man. No. Mr. Ingard, the nickel samurai. Okay, one second. I love to point out one thing.
Yep.
In a real investigation, she'd be off the stand. Because she's no
yes,
longer
but we want her on the stand.
Because she's
Look,
a liar.
sorry,
She's a proven liar. She's not. She didn't witness anything.
She did witness something.
No.
We're getting to what she witnessed
No, but
because
the
it's
thing
going to
is-
help us.
Dude,
If we kick her off the stand, we're left with all the evidence against us. We want her to ram her mouth as long as possible.
I know,
Just
but
keep
it's not
talking.
that. See, that's the thing. There's a rule called I can't remember the Latin thing, but basically it means if you lie in one thing, you're a complete fucking liar. Which means that if a witness tells a single lie, everything they say is considered a lie and mute. So basically, a witness becomes completely worthless. Okay. Let's go.
But when you think about it, they're really one and the same anyway. Miss Oldbag, this is very important point we're talking about. Edgy Poo, don't you think so too? Well, it might be something worth considering. Just say it's important and agree with me for a change, you jackass!
Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify.
Alright, if you insist. I should be the one sighing, not you! On guard. Yes, now I remember. The Nickel Samurai, that's right. It was the Nickel Samurai that I saw.
Did you?
Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know. So he must have worn the Nickel Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Guan. He died from being choked.
I knew it.
I knew it. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume. What? Did you think that there could have been anyone else inside that costume?
Yes.
There was last time, you
The
dumb-
last time you witnessed this exact same murder case!
This is the exact same thing as last time! Don't be a bad little boy thinking about such rude things. But the possibility does exist. Youngins today, I told you there's no way it was anyone else.
How do you know? How do you know that?
Because I said so, and what I say is the truth.
So you have no clue.
At least she's just as delightful as a witness as she was a year ago.
It's only been a year?
It's only been 1 year since the last time.
You know what? Funny fact, I think it's been longer for us than it has for them.
Yep,
And
anyway.
we still remember her, be like, oh no. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination of the witness. Well, we already know she said the victim was stabbed, and that was a lie.
Yep.
So do we bring that up? Is that what happened?
Just, we're on the judge.
I read it.
Oh, okay. Never mind. No, I know what to bring up, and it's the fact that she said how they died,
Yeah, the stab.
not how they died.
Stabbing.
Yes. Ceremony.
Oh, I
So nothing
see.
more
There's a Discord lag between us, so now and then we get cut out. That's why sometimes he didn't catch what I said.
Yeah, sorry.
No.
He just keeps talking. Never stops talking.
This is how they raise difficulty. Makeup character is so fucking verbose. I mean, I need to stop saying that. Who's so goddamn verbose. I'm censoring my speech as I'm drawing lewd art. I'm very helpful.
Okay, well, present the knife. Please take a look at this. Yeah, so it's a knife, big deal. If you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know it won't work. I know 37 degrees
I'll have
of...
you know I have a gun! A light gun.
I know 37 degrees of Brazilian karate.
You may be able to kill me in about 10 seconds, but guess what? Over the course of many years, I will slowly inflict epilepsy onto you. And anytime you watch your favorite show from now on, you will have a seizure attack. So take
You
that!
fool! You cannot kill me in a way that matters. No, that's not my intention at all.
It's the knife used for the murder, correct? You showed me this.
Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to the
I
case?
love you're so confused when you just saw it like 5 minutes ago. You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it, of course. How was his fingerprints on it?
Is that what you're driving at? That is exactly what I'm driving at.
What are we driving at? Whose cars are we driving? This judge is senile.
If Mr. Ungard was really in the Nickel Samurai costume at the time of the murder, then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife.
Unless it was the knife stolen from his room.
Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints on this knife right off.
Oh yeah, because it's... If you're wearing a glove and you start stabbing people with this, it'll eventually rub off. At least it won't be perfectly clear.
Yep.
But that's right, the Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? How do you know that?
He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing.
But why?
And why would he do something like that? To leave prints on the murder weapon?
On purpose?
There's no way he would do something like that. However, there is one possibility.
Oh no.
Then let's hear your possibility. It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant had no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk to the victim about the stage show.
Except they don't talk.
Which is why he took his gloves off.
But the murder did still take place. The premeditated
It's well
murder.
known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim.
But... What do you mean no intention to commit a murder? But he took the knife.
Wait, stop. We're getting there.
Okay. Yes, I've heard that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory?
So let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with that theory?
Yes, obviously.
Yeah, it's a contradiction.
It's a contradiction with something
The
he
theory
brought up.
contradicts something in the earlier testimony. What are you babbling about? Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. Ungard was the killer. If that's the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent. You proved that yourself, dumbass. It's the knife.
You're the one who decided that was intent. You can't
This
suddenly
knife-
decide there was no intent
This
all of a sudden.
was used by Mr. Ungard at dinner.
Yes, we did establish that. Yes, what are you going at?
Means that if my client was in fact the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Cordita. I suppose. However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant had no intent to murder. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from suspicion 1. And one more thing. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should have been glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't be all over like bees on a hive. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us.
Order, I say, order in court. Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why did the murderer do such a thing?
To frame Matt Ungard.
I'd like to point
To
out
frame
one
my
small...
client, Matt Ungard, of
I'd like
course.
to point out one small thing.
Yeah.
If it's not Andrew, who could it be? Because the thing is, this person would have to know that of the two knives in Matt Ungard's room, which one was his and which one was hers, to avoid framing her instead of him. So it kind of brings down to a matter of the people who would know that small bit of information is basically just Andrew and no one else. Which means she might be in league with the murderer, if she's not the murderer herself. To frame...
Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one?
Aren't you?
But we just established that the witness saw the Nickel Samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife.
I mean, there could be one or two
Witness!
fingerprints.
Looks like I've made your life a little bit more difficult, huh, Poo?
Fuck you! Witness, did you not really see the steel Nickel Samurai?
Well, I thought at first I might have forgotten, but, are you saying you mixed up Mr. Ungard with the Nickel Samurai, his character on television? But I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around in front of their doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the Nickel Samurai, that's for damn sure.
What? Oh, are you waiting around for that?
She wasn't waiting for the Nickel Samurai. Alright then, who were you waiting around there for then? That's top secret to anyone outside of security.
I had the feeling you were waiting for Mr. Juan Corrida, am I right, witness?
The way you think, you're just a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness.
Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of?
So Old Bag was waiting around in front of the victim's room.
For the lady.
But it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Cordita.
Maybe Phoenix. Maybe the old Bag was waiting for that person. Ambiguousness.
If this is what I think Minnie is hinting at, it's certainly possible. Miss Oldbag, you were waiting for this person to come out of the victim's room, weren't you?
Andrew.
Okay, just go to trials and present.
Who is this person?
This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. Ungard's manager.
Oh wait, Andrew's her last name?
Adrian Andrews, yes.
I've been calling her Andrew all formally and stuff. Her name's
No,
Adrian.
Andrews.
I just love the idea that she's got two male names as her full name, and they're both first names as well. Adrian Andrews.
Yep.
But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room?
It seems that this is one of the latest rumors in circulation, Your Honor.
This. I see.
The judge seems to be really into the article, if it can be called such a thing.
Oh, then the manager with the initials A, are you saying it? I love this.
Adrian Andrews, without a doubt, the witness thought so as well. Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then.
Witness, Witness, what in the world are you? What? Watch out, Phoenix. I got a bad feeling about it. It's a very bad feeling. The liar's about to say just
I've
some
got some
shit.
information. Some very secret information from a certain source. So that's why I'm doing my own little investigation. In secret, of course.
Is her source a lot of heart?
Sorry for being late.
Hello, hi,
kind
Coolbon.
of
How are you doing?
forgot the
Hello.
time.
Don't worry about it.
You're good.
We still got a full hour left. But what for?
Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons and all that.
Well, Mr. Edgewood, how do you proceed from there?
I really don't want to do this. However, I simply cannot let this point slide.
I see. Very well then, witness. Please testify about this secret information.
Get ready. This is going to take the wind out of you youngins. I'm pretty sure we're all fully capable of handling this.
Except the judge.
Really. Not like we're 10 years old.
Except the judge.
Secret information! That on guard is one evil, evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Guan by causing a huge scandal. So, to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Guan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this is top secret. You got that? No one else but you and me knows it yet, okay?
No one else against you and me and all of this court people. Pause 1 second. Cool one, to catch you up to speed really quickly, it's Old Bag. Old Bag's back. And guess what? Old Bag was like, I saw the murderer. He was in his street clothes. And we're like, if he's in his street clothes, then how did the part of the victim's outfit end up in his work outfit? And he's like, no, he was in the work outfit. He was in his full body costume.
Gotcha.
And basically,
by the way,
again, yes.
Yeah.
Why are you pronouncing his name as Guan instead of Juan?
Juan? I thought I was saying Juan.
No, it sounded like you had a G in there.
Oh, maybe.
Like guano.
Listen, he's pronounced it the same way he pronounces Juan the magical cat.
Yeah, I've been doing it the same way. Juan the small magical Latino cat.
Yeah, that's right. But when you said his name previously as
maybe it's a slip of the tongue.
Yeah, I just got confused.
Whatever. Anyway, Judge.
The defendant sent his manager. What a distasteful topic for this court! How could he?
What? No one's above gossip. And isn't there a saying, the truth is never pleasant? Never heard that one before, but coming from her, that sounds true.
Her truths are never pleasant. That's what I don't want to
Exactly.
hear. I want to hear only lies from her, sweet little lies. Tell me more. Matt, I personally witnessed Matt Engard do a donkey dance over the corpse of the victim. Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person?
We have looked into this matter
The person
and
who
found
left
that
the
the
cup.
truth the article proposes is, in fact, baseless gossip.
But should this be true, then it's proof the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim. Well, are you going to change your
So
mind?
this means I have to smash this rumor once and for all.
But Edgeworth just said it's fake nonsense. Mr. Wright, we continue the cross-examination. Be careful. That old bag seems rather excited now.
That's right! Ungod is nothing but your average foul-blooded youth. Well, as the old saying goes, you gotta burn old bags with fire.
What?
Time
What
to
saying
fire
is
up
this?
the afterburners and hit high.
As the saying goes, murder miles. What? That just came out of left field. Why did he say that? What did he mean?
Wait. What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with the kids is over. Secret information that no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how do you know this secret information? Well, that's because I'm a pro. Yeah, that's it. Secret. Even if you drill the hole in my brain, you'll never find out. How in the world did she get such a secret piece of information? I know.
Do we present?
Present evidence.
Lotta?
So, no one else is supposed to know this secret information, correct? If that's true, then why do you know it, Miss Oldbag? What? Why are you looking at me like that? Stop it! Witness? I hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire your secret info, isn't it? This very expensive stolen camera.
You stole the camera?
The investigative photographer, Lotta Hart.
Oh yes, I remember that mischievous girl.
She reported that she lost a certain note she had written to herself.
A note, not the camera? She reported such a thing.
On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her outrageous impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews. What? Outrageous ideas, you say? No, I said impressions. Then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless. Ha! That's it. That's the note.
Yeah, that's the article. She wrote that article.
No, you see, this is something completely different. This is my top secret list of groceries to buy.
I love it. That is the note, which is basically she wrote her article beforehand and is waiting for proof. Then you are the one who took Mrs. Hart's notes? Guilty!
I'm a huge fan of wands. That's why. That infamous puffy-head whippersnapper, she's working with that evil Ungod. She said so herself. Ungod, I'm his sidekick. She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written.
What? No one believed that.
Oh, you believe me, don't you? Yeah. I was only trying to help out like the little angel I am. It's only one little piece of paper. I've never seen anything else before. You really should come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine.
What? What the fuck? What does that mean?
It's a great Edward.
It's a pun,
It's a pun.
Star.
Oh, because of her whining?
Fine.
Yeah.
Well, it was only a piece of paper. I suppose we can overlook it just once. It's like if someone steals $100 note from someone. It's just a piece of paper. It's just one piece of paper. Are you here? Hello? Hello?
Led.
Led?
Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
We couldn't hear you for a second for some reason, but
Okay.
the game audio...
No.
The game
Why
audio
don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this terrible paper from the terrible lonely trash bin, that's all. You're lying, damn it, I can prove it. Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again? You're damn right I am, Miss Oldbag. I don't believe that note is the only thing you stole that night. You stole the camera that it was carried in, because it was in the case of the camera.
I sentenced you to death!
Miss Oldbag, that note was with a camera inside its case, wasn't it?
A camera?
Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, "My sweetie, $1,600 camera disappeared on me."
What? Witness!
What is it, Gramps? If you have the note, then it's only logical you have the camera too. Looks like you found me out again, Sonny. If this camera the one you're looking for? Why did you bring this to court?
That's stolen.
What? Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know. I still eat meals like you, I fall in love, and I borrow things from people.
Without permission?
In other words, goddamn kleptomania.
I think your permission to borrow is a little bit...
I sold that woman's business card, and that's when I noticed it said, "Slimebag Celebrity Photographer Extraordinaire." Well, when I saw that, I knew what kind of picture she had taken. I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things. Just throw her
Attack
out.
mode! I summon Bailiff to attack mode! Tackle her! She's resisting arrest! Check the camera's photos! Hurry, and she refused us! Yeah, we must examine them at once! Quickly! She's resisting arrest! Beat her up! And I did think that's also American here. Well, Mr. Edgewood, what do we have?
There is only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case.
Present it to the court! Oh, it is the samurai. With gloves! This is the nickel samurai!
See, I told you, that's the guy I saw!
You didn't tell us shit, you bitch! This proves the witness was lying about the earlier matter, but was not lying about part of the matter. You know what? It does prove. This proves that the witness is lying. But what does this mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I think that's a misquote, as a mistranslation, because clearly
this photo by itself does not prove that the person in this is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Ungard clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still wearing his Nickel Samurai costume.
It's not a confession. That's his alibi. If that's the case, then this Nickel Samurai is, well, to be fair, I don't think there are two costumes.
The defendant.
Do we have to have a repeat of last game?
What? Yeah. That's literally what this is. And I love it.
Yeah.
That's my old bags here. How did it come to this? I think this brings us to the end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Wright. The fort will consider them before we close. Do you agree this photo is scientific evidence against your client? No.
If this really is defensive, I'm done for. But if I raise an objection here and blow it, I could put Maya's life in jeopardy. I can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. This photo that Lana took, there's something strange about it.
What is strange about it?
There's something strange with this photo. I knew this was coming, right?
What do you mean? Your thoughts, Mr. Edgewood?
I think we can all agree that there is nothing strange with this photo. There's no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster.
Debunk with a bunker buster? Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Light? How could you? War crime!
Anyway, please look at the photo one more time.
This is a war crime, Mr. Wright. I will forgive you just this once because it's only one war crime.
Judge, the photo.
Yeah, okay, if you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then go ahead. Then you should only need one chance, correct?
Just in case it does anything finicky, because, you know,
I know,
photo select.
there's a chance that you could choose the right option, but it could be the wrong option.
Okay, here we go. Well, I have to find something wrong with this photo. Can't let this chance go by. Where in the heck did she take this photo anyway? It's all out of focus. Why can't she get a good shot when it counts?
Because she's the paranormal investigator, and paranormal investigators always have wonderful shots, except it's when it's time for the action to happen. Now
Yep.
let's hear your objection. What's strange about this photo? Gloves? Oh, the Hakama.
I would like to direct the court's attention to this one area right here.
What are you pointing to? His ankles?
If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you can't.
And what does this mean?
The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. Ungard.
Oh, because he's too short. He's a shorty poo. What is the meaning of this?
I wonder if you would care to elaborate with actual facts, that is.
Not
Let's take a
people.
close look at the Nickel Samurai's poster.
Oh, you can see his feet.
Please pay attention particular to the area around the bottom of his comma.
You can see feet. His socks. You can see his socks. You can see his feet almost.
Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding his Akama up just to walk. There is only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant.
Ooh.
Alright, I think I've turned things around for myself this time.
That's curious.
Huh, what is?
Edward's unusually calm today.
That's true.
He's just letting the car run himself, as if he's only along for the ride. Because Edward is here for the truth.
What do you mean by that?
I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all.
He doesn't feel under attack? Then I haven't damaged his case at all?
Mr. Edgewood, where does it leave us? The president's photo is not that Ingard. Then every new prosecution trying to prove has become meaningless. No, it hasn't. You just need to flip the script.
I figured it would come to this.
What do you mean you figured?
What? Right, I have something I want to ask you. I think you've proven that the person inside this costume is not Mount Ungard. If that's the case, who is this a photo of?
Oh no, it's Andrew, isn't it?
Who is the person wearing the Nickel Samurai costume?
Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. That's only two people involved in this case. What you should be focused on is Mr. Edgewood's attitude, don't you think?
Yeah, why is he so calm?
Is it because this whole time he's been waiting for someone to be found guilty and it's not just a murder, not just the guy? Mr. Wright, let's hear all your thoughts. He knows, isn't he? It's Andrew, isn't it? Francesca! This is Francesca! Andrews. Adrian Andrews.
You want to know who that Nickel Samurai is? It's none other than this woman.
Why, you know?
And why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? Well, for starters, she's short, and she can freely move in and out of Mr. Ungard's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. Ungard that night.
And how does all of this add up?
It means it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. Ungard's fingerprints all over it.
The knife uses the mother weapon.
Why don't you just say what it is that you want, right? I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around. The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Cornita. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame this defendant for the crime.
Order! 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 2 fries and a pickle chip. It looks like this trial has hit the most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
the court is issuing a subpoena for Mr. Adrian Andrews. The verdict cannot be passed without hearing her testimony.
All right, this is it.
This is kind of bad for us. Why?
What? What do you mean?
If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, that means the trial will go on for another day. Oh my god, no,
One more
Maya!
day. Ah! If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya.
Might starve. Now then, we shall set Mr. Andrews' testimony for tomorrow. No need. Edgeworth,
What
please
am I
come
supposed
and
to do? The judge is about to adjourn the court.
Now then.
Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. We must pass the verdict today.
How are you going to do that? I can't do that. Listen, I don't care about the law, but I care about this
Hold
specific
it.
situation.
You're wasting such valuable time. Edgeworth?
Edgeworth coming in clutch, my boy!
Your Honor, I request that you please continue today's trial.
But we cannot continue due to this unexpected development.
Tisk, unexpected development. I think you underestimate me, Your Honor.
What do you mean by that?
That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Miss Adrian Andrews is all happening according to plan. Even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on.
Uh-huh.
What? What?
Why do I feel like both are double teaming whoever did this?
Because don't forget, what is Miles want right now over everything else? The truth. Every other prosecutor wants to win no matter what. Miles wants the truth. Okay. What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution lobby. She is the next witness. Everything was planned out in advance by that man?
That man right there? What a piece of that ass. Somehow I always knew there was no way I should have overlooked Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over. Yeah, because just like before, this trial involves a double, 2 murders.
What? What do you mean 2 murders? There's only 1 murder.
Well, the suicide note. 2 crimes.
Oh, right.
Involves
Okay.
2 crimes.
Exactly.
Very well. If you think about it also, like the last Steel Samurai case also was about like a death that happened in the past, wasn't it?
I think.
Yeah, remember the death where someone fell on the spike or something like that?
Right.
But,
The
you know,
accident.
they had to prove that there was an accident in the past, and that accident was a reason for the victim. He lost his career.
Blackmail.
Right? Yes.
Blackmail.
Yeah. And then this time around also is kind of something, something similar. An accident, a suicide, and then, they hit the note. I remember the weirdest things. We will call the next witness. Heave-ho! However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Prepare your witnesses in that time, Mr. Edgeworth. The court now will take a 10-minute recess. I love Miles. Miles is my favorite. Miles is my favorite attorney because he actually cares about the law. You know?
The only one who does.
The only one who cares that the person they're sending to jail is the actual murderer. Francesca will literally, fake facts as much as possible. and get away with it because she is a Won Karma who doesn't face karma, except now that she's got shot.
Dude, I can't believe that Adrian. No way. No cool and collected Adrian Andrews. She's your manager. It would have been very easy for her to pull this off. The only person who easily access to the knife who used at dinner was, well, her. So after the ceremony during the break, huh? I was sleeping like a log the entire time.
But you
See? She could have also put that blood-covered button in your Hakama. Yeah, because she was the one that came to wake me up? Then, dude, you're saying that it was really her? Yeah, she is the real killer. She was the only one who murdered... She was the one who murdered Juan Hornita. But why? I thought she was like buds with Juan. She has her own agenda. Her own agenda? What are you talking about, man? I'm sure you'll see this by the time the trial's over. It'll be alright. You'll get acquitted by the end of the day. Give me a verdict that's refreshing like a spring breeze. Okay, Mr. Lawyer Dude.
Phoenix. I love that she's able to just walk around like that. No one has any issues. No one sees anything. Do you think Ramona's related to Celeste's missing suicide note?
Yes. Miss Andrews depended on Miss Impacts as her strength and reason to live.
You could say Miss Impact was quite impactful.
Miss Impacts suddenly killed herself. It sounds like she left a suicide note, but the person thought it had hidden it.
It's Juan Corita, the victim of this murder.
But that's why I think that Miss Andrews got close to Mr. Corita, all to get the suicide note back.
It sounds plausible. But there's one thing that bothers me.
And what's that?
Who was it that first told us about the relationship? Oh my god. Better stated, Mr. Andrews' dependency issues with regard to Miss Impacts. It was Edgeworth!
It was Edgeworth.
He put this all in our head! It looks like he's still in command of the ship. And if he gets what he wants, it sounds a lot like we'll at least get what we want too. Don't let your guard down yet. How is this going to work actually now I think about it? Is Adrian going to have her own defense attorney? I don't think that's how the game works. The court will now reconvene. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, if you will.
Prosecution calls the witness subpoenaed by the court. Miss Adriana Andrews, the person who discovered the crime in Mr. Juan Cornito's room. What is your occupation?
I'm the manager of the defendant in this case, Mr. Matt Engard. It seems like she's the one person who's able to have a smooth introduction. I'd say now then. Before we begin, Your Honor, I have one request. Yes, sure. What is it? I'm sure everyone in this room is wondering the same thing. I would love to find out more about my relationship with the victim. After all, it was the topic of a certain weekly magazine recently. I have no idea what you mean. I've never even heard. I have no idea. How would you mean? I've never even heard of Gossip Land.
If the judge was ever a prosecution witness, he'd do all my work for me. Anyway, I was wondering if you could please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Ah, yes. I was seeing Mr. Corrida. I was also aware of rivalry that existed between him and Matt Wan. But this is a private matter between Wan and myself. So it's a fry and bait matter. Or was it a bait and fry? Reminds me of fishing. Excuse me, what? Judge? But I didn't kill him.
No one is accusing you of that.
Yet. I think there's someone who'd beg to differ. I think we all understand your relationship with Mr. Victim, Mr. Andrews. Mrs. Andrews. Miss Andrews.
Very well then, witness, please testify to the court about what happened when you discovered the murder that took place.
It was time for the show to start, so I went to go get Matt from his room. After that, I went to Juan's room. And there was his dead body. I was in shock. What I saw was naturally the exact same crime as in this photo. I felt as though I was about to faint, so I poured myself a glass of juice. I'm sorry, what? You poured yourself a glass of juice? I was in shock. Sadly, I didn't remember to not touch the things of the crime scene. And I disturbed the crime scene by moving this one thing.
And that is when the fingerprints were left on the wine grass were made, Your Honor.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Phoenix? She is one cool and collected customer, and she has the brains to match.
Yeah, I know.
In order to catch a person like her, you have to avoid head-on confrontations. You know who my favorite witness was?
Who?
Acro.
Who?
Acro.
Acro. Fair enough.
I love Acro. Acro is such a gentle guy on the stand.
Well, let's do this then.
You should disrupt her pacing.
Disrupt her pacing.
She's the type of woman who's easily thrown off by things inconsistent with her thinking. So you have to attack when she least expects it. The instant you let up on her on your offense is the instant this trial is over. You understand?
I gotcha. You were in shock.
What? Was I not supposed to be?
Miss Andrews is a very calculating person. Despite how close they were, I doubt she had romantic feelings for Mr. Cordita. Anyone randomly stumbling upon a dead body would be in shock. And you can't seriously expect that a young lady like her would not be shocked. Somehow, I don't think beauty has anything to do with being shocked or not.
Wait, no one mentioned beauty. What are you talking about?
I think Miles was just complimenting the
okay, I think that was a translation issue, where maybe he said something that has two meanings, and they translated only one of the meanings. You know that
I keep saying there's been translation issues, but I don't see them.
No. Okay, first off, the thing is, I think that was a script issue where the judge said, "Oh, this proved that the victim
Miles
wasn't
did
lying."
say beautiful. He did.
He said?
Yes.
Oh, I missed it then.
I think you're just missing things.
I think I'm just missing things. What happened is I'm not looking at the screen. I'm just listening to
Yeah,
what
I
you're
know.
saying, and Discord is cutting out words now and then.
Okay, let's go. Judge.
Yes, I see.
juice.
Yes, there's a bottle of tomato juice on the table, so I helped myself.
But you didn't drink any of it, did you?
Huh?
There was no lip marks left on the wine glass to suggest that anyone drank from it.
I wasn't feeling terribly great, so I set the glass down without drinking, I suppose.
Miss Andrews, I would like to confirm just one more thing with one thing at a time. When you discovered the body of Juan Cornita, you were in great shock. And that's when you poured yourself a glass of juice, correct?
And what of it? My mind really was a complete blank at the time. What's that card you're holding up?
Your mind was a complete blank. I didn't think that was possible for you.
And aren't you rude today? Also, days I made one careless mistake, that one thing.
What one thing?
Never mind. It's no big deal.
What was she starting to say right now? Miss Andrews, I'm convinced that, as you said, you made a mistake at the scene of the crime. What I really want to know is what that mistake was. Actually, so would I.
I love this. Double teaming effort.
They're just so good together, man.
Because they both want the truth. I want the truth. You're not ready for the truth. But I want it. I'm sorry. It's just kind of embarrassing. I think you'd understand. When I set the glass down the dresser, I accidentally knocked the flower vase over. Wait,
So
what?
wait, the flower vase wasn't broken?
Wait, what? The flower vase? Are you talking about the one in the floor? What about the rest of it? What's next to the flower vase? What's other things? Like, look, the bottles and everything. What about those? Is this mess of glass shards? It was originally on top of the dresser. But when I bumped into it, my elbow, it fell onto the guitar case. Onto? The guitar case?
Why did you withhold such important piece of information?
What do you mean fell onto the guitar case?
We're getting there.
I'm sorry, I just thought that since the crime scene is already in such disarray, that people would simply assume the vase is just another part of the mess. Yeah, we did assume that, and that was the problem! Looks like another fact has come to light here. Please add anything else you have to reveal to your testimony. I'm sorry, but I have nothing more to add. What do you mean? I didn't touch anything else.
You testified that you knocked the flower vase over. Is that correct?
Yes.
And are you sure it fell into the guitar case?
Is there a problem with what I said? But there's no glass shards in the guitar
Some
case?
problem. It's a major problem. If that's true that the top of the guitar case was wet... It's true, the top of the guitar case was wet with water. However, that's exactly what's so strange. Miss Andrews, you testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case. However, if that's true, the case should have gotten wet on the inside, not the outside.
Well, that's really true.
Furthermore, there's one other strange thing about this guitar case.
What is that?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo.
There's no glass. There's no shards inside of it.
The remains of the vase are scattered on the floor.
And what's wrong with that?
The guitar case was open when the vase fell. The glass shards should be inside, not outside the case. What is your point, right? That the case was closed at the time the vase was knocked over? Is that all? No, think back to what Ms. Andrews testified to. She said that than that vase, she didn't touch anything else.
Oh, very fun back and forth and spit roasting her. Yeah, that's right. She didn't implicitly say she didn't touch the guitar case.
But the whole matter with the guitar case is a dead end. The bright red guitar was found at the studio. It has no bearing to this case at all. That may very well be. However, God, the empty guitar case does seem to have no relation to this case, does it?
She searched it. It seems there's no deeper meaning to the guitar case. No, it does. Well, Mr. Wright, do you hear any more details about guitar case? Well,
Make her testify. The empty guitar case.
I don't think testifying.
I believe it is a crucial piece to this puzzle.
I mean, it is a crucial piece, sure.
I can't believe anyone could reach for straws like this. But you? I can't believe I'm doing this either. But I'm doing it!
All right, I'll follow along for now. It always seems to work on the end, so let's go! Mr. Andrews, please testify to the court about the guitar case or else. Yes, Your Honor.
The guitar case.
I don't remember too clearly because I was a bit dazed, but I suppose I must have opened the guitar case after I knocked the vase over. Not a big deal though, right? The case is empty after all. As for why I opened the case, even I don't know why. It looks like it really wasn't an important point, was it?
This wastefulness is such a familiar feeling by now that it's almost comforting. Anyway, I'd like to go ahead and cross-examine. Using anyway to change the topic. A convenient escape for a weak man.
Hey!
God, stop degrading me.
I'm not into this! This is not that kind of verse yet.
That is not true. He's probably into it.
What?
Come on, Phoenix keeps throwing himself in these situations. He's into it.
That's a fan verse thing.
When has Phoenix ever been on top? Of anything. A situation,
At the
scene.
very end.
Fair enough.
He's an underdog. He's a power bottom.
Yep, anyway.
Phoenix always comes out on top. But he comes. I'm sorry.
Okay, enough. It only bears Juan Cornito's fingerprints.
Yeah, so wait, how did she touch it then?
She might have, had she been wearing gloves.
Uh-oh. Were you wearing gloves?
And what figure do we know went into the room wearing gloves? And was slightly shorter than the person who was supposed to be wearing the costume.
The suit!
Anyway, there's no way that you were the one who... There is no way you were the one who opened the guitar case.
And why would you say that? Exclamation mark.
It's elementary, my dear. Because the only fingerprints on this guitar case are those of the victim.
Wait, what is it, Miss Sandals? You shouldn't assume Wait. You shouldn't assume that You shouldn't assume that I must have left prints just because I touched the case. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What if I were to tell you I was wearing gloves at the time? If you were wearing gloves at the time, then your fingerprints wouldn't be on that glass! You liar!
Star, you're thinking really well. I'm so proud of you with how much you've been predicting things.
I'm sorry, I'm locked in. While I'm...
Congratulations, clap. Hooray!
I've drawn
good job.
2 pieces of art so far.
I see them. Anyway.
And I'm drawing a turd,
Anyway, let's
a
continue.
durable one.
Let's continue.
But why would you be wearing why were you wearing gloves at the time? It was the night of the reward ceremony. Of course I dressed up for the occasion. I didn't see you dressed up. I remember now. I'm almost sure I was wearing a pair of tin gloves. I see. No, you don't see. Well, Mr. Wright, it seems the witness was wearing gloves at the crime scene. No, she wasn't.
That's strange. You're wearing gloves. Isn't that a little strange?
Why is that strange? Do you have something that would prove I wasn't wearing gloves at the time? Yeah, your fingerprints.
The wine glass. With your fingerprints on it. I have the proof right here. The wine glass.
The wine glass?
You left your fingerprints very clearly on the wine glass. Even if you took your glove off when you poured yourself the glass of juice, wouldn't you think it was just a little strange that you put your gloves back on just to open the guitar case?
Oh! Wait, did her
Breaks glasses.
her glasses
Immediately
just
brings out new pair of glasses.
Her glasses exploded, but she's like, I prepared for this. This happens often
I have
enough.
37 pairs of alternate prescriptions.
It's fine. They always explode when I get nervous.
Hold on, is she wearing bell-bottom pants?
Right now? I didn't see it.
When we got the sight of the shot of the courtroom, I think she's wearing like pants with like the large, like, you know, it's got the big, like
the hakamas.
It's not
pretty cool.
The pants-let, yeah, kind of.
Pretty cool.
I think she's wearing bell-bottoms.
Oh, that's nice. She got a sense of fashion. Looks like you hit the nail on the head this time.
What do you mean?
I believe the guitar case plays a very important role.
But it's just an empty case. I was lying.
It's an empty case now. I wonder if it really was empty, though.
But the guitar, the bright red guitar is at the studio.
Phoenix, drop all of your presumptions.
Presumptions? I don't have any ideas what I'm doing.
What was in the case was not the bright red guitar. I love how everyone seems to know more than Phoenix, but Phoenix
it was a bright white guitar? Wait, no, that's not right either.
I love how
Shit, what is she talking about?
Everyone seems to know more than Phoenix. And at the same time, Phoenix is
Why does everyone seem to know what's going on but me?
And somehow Phoenix always finds out the answer. I admit it would be unnatural for someone to do that. The witness was not wearing gloves, despite the fact that on the case.
Your Honor, this is obviously the defense's usual misdirection tactic at work. Steer the court towards an unrelated topic, then lull us all into his misguided... Nope, Your Honor. Please recall that Miss Andrews had testified that the vase fell onto the guitar case, which means that the case was closed when the crime took place. However, it's wide open in the photo of the crime scene. I'm sure that this guitar case has some relation to the murder. If you're so sure, right, then I'm sure you can somehow substantiate your outrageous claim, correct? Please, enlighten us why the guitar case has anything at all to do with this murder.
I love how when Miles does all this, he's doing it unnecessarily for fun while everyone else is like actively fighting against Phoenix. Because Miles is on our side right now. Can you do that, Mr. Right?
Well, let's suppose for a second that the bright red guitar case was not the bright red guitar was not the only thing that could have been in that case.
The bright red guitar is not the only thing in the case. What do you mean? You don't mean to just it the black guitar? Oh my god, he pulls the same joke.
Why? God, Phoenix and Judge share a brain cell sometimes.
Yes, they're both idiots.
You intend to push your theory that the case was not empty. Is that it, right? I wouldn't say something I didn't intend to prove.
But not yes yet?
Deflate that head of yours. You haven't proved anything yet. Now then, what was inside the case during the time of the murder? Star, what was in there?
No, not a confession. The suicide note. Wait, what's this?
We don't have the suicide note to present.
What's
But,
that?
we do have to present.
What's that? What's the glossy photo? This is the photograph. What is the photograph?
Yes, but it's important what's in the picture, Your Honor.
What am I looking at? In this picture?
It doesn't take a genius to see what I mean. What I'm proposing is,
What is in the picture?
inside the guitar case was the Nickel Samurai, the hero's very own costume. What?
What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Right, are you saying that the witness opened the guitar case to take out a costume? What insane point would there be in doing something like that? That insane point would be to wear the costume, of course. Miss Andrews put it on to hide her identity so she could make her escape. After all, you couldn't let anyone see you leave, isn't that right, Miss Andrews?
Wait a second. Wait.
She's sweating, so that means we're right!
But why was the Nickel Samurai costume in the guitar case?
I refuse to accept your theory.
Oh my god, wait a second.
Do you have anything to support such a preposterous idea?
The picture?
Just outside the door was an investigative photographer who was starving for a big scoop. And in the end, she managed to get a shot, right?
Yes. You mean this photo?
Yeah, look, bell bottoms.
Yeah. Wait, I couldn't see it. I'm sorry. Discord lagged out, just close it
I'll
up.
point it. I'll point it out a third time if I get a chance.
Yeah. Order! It looks like we won quite a mess again, haven't we? Nice job, Phoenix.
Well, you know my strategy. Speak first, think later.
And somehow works. So the real murderer was hiding inside of a costume.
Wait a second, Your Honor. The Nickel Samurai's costume would have been Mr. Matt Ungod's. Why would something of the defendant's be in the victim's room? And inside the guitar case, of all places?
And the truth is a little bit baffling. Unless she put the costume in there herself? No. Mr. Wright, the court would like to hear your thoughts. What was the Nickel Samurai costume doing inside the guitar case? It was a spare costume?
It's a spare costume. Mr. Ungard did not take his costume off during the break period. We know that much. In that case, the costume we're talking about is a spare one. What?
Then you think they'll deny the murder? There were two Nickel Samurais at the gate of the hotel! This cannot stand!
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, how do you explain that the costume was inside the guitar case? This doesn't make any sense.
It would mean that the victim himself had brought this spare to the ceremony on purpose.
This doesn't make any sense. Maybe it makes pennies. But why? The victim, Mr. Corridor, was the jamming ninja. Why would he secretly bring the samurai spare costume with him? Oh my god, it's making my head spin. What could be the reason behind such a peculiar act? It's like a double bluff, a triple bluff.
And there lies the sticking point. What are you mumbling to yourself about now? Have you just been rambling all this time without any sense of inner monologue? What? No, I just...
Mr. Wright, please explain yourself. What am I looking at? Why do you think the victim had the spare costume? Phoenix, are you sure you can explain this one? Think carefully before you answer, and then answer with gusto. I believe in you.
Alright, this is what I think. The reason the victim brought the Nickel Samurai spare costume to the hotel was...
He doesn't have Oh wait, what? Wait.
Remember, Ungard never knew there was a press conference,
Oh
but
my god.
someone did.
No, wait, what? No, wait, what? What is
Ungard
this?
didn't know there was a press conference.
I thought it was just because Ungard's an idiot.
Nope.
Okay.
On the night of the murder, after the stage show, the Nickel Samurai was going to hold a special press conference.
A press conference?
Yes, the Nickel Samurai was supposed to confess something at the conference. I heard about this as well. For once, you're not making something up, right?
For once, you bitch.
God, you dick. But what struck me as strange was Mr. Ungard himself said he had no idea he was supposed to be holding a press conference that night.
Wait, how could that be?
The way I see it, that can only mean one thing. The conference was a setup. By none other than the victim, Mr. Juan Cornita himself.
The victim? What?
Yep. The spare Nickel Samurai costume was prepared for that very conference. Mr. Cornita was going to hold a press conference as the Nickel Samurai.
Wait, he was going to... What? He was going to dress up as the Nickel Samurai and hold a press conference? Well, why would the victim do such a thing? That's a horrible breach of, contract.
It's something I don't quite understand yet either, however. What I'm concerned with right now is what he intended to reveal at the conference. The Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. And by confess, I'd wager he was going to reveal something about himself. Which means that Juan Cornita, posing as the Nickel Samurai, was going to speak about Mount Ungard.
I guess that's what it would mean, yes.
But if that's the case, that's not a confession. That's public disclosure.
Oh yeah, she is wearing bell bottoms.
You saw it! Yeah!
Miss Andrews? I can see why you are pros at what you do. Pardon me? Oh my god, I was called a pro, not an amateur. Oh. Yes, just as you say, the press conference was set up by Juan. And you let that happen? As a manager? But Miss Andrews, please offer us explanation for this. I was the one he asked to help set it up. Why? And the person who prepared the second costume for him was also me. Uh-oh, you don't want to say that. Oh no. You! Juan bet everything on the Jamming Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was gonna make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought anyway. It was going to ruin him, huh? What? It looked like somehow Juan landed his hands on a secret so powerful it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Oh my god, what did he do?
What?
Let's be honest, there isn't any evidence that it can destroy a good actor's career. As much
What
as
if
we
it's
like.
evidence that they eat babies?
What if it's evidence that they shat on someone's bed?
Well, how is that worse than eating a baby?
Because
Look.
because we've seen it happen with Andrew Heard.
Yeah, but no, not
Oh.
Andrew Hurt. Oh wait, that was
Amber
the name.
Heard's.
But yeah, Amber Hurt. She
Yeah.
was, but that bitch was a fucking psycho.
Let's just continue.
Yes. And do you know what the secret of Matt and Gods is? To be fair, there is something that could easily ruin someone's acting career. Putting them in prison. For life. There's something won't really warn you. I don't know what it is. I see. I've probably been coming off as suspicious to everyone. Suspicious? No. You've been coming off as guilty as fuck. But that's to be expected. I've been trying to protect Matt after all. Matt? For what?
Protect Mr. Ungard?
And yet they gather in a strange, but the truth comes to light. Mrs. Andrews, if you could please tell us the truth about your behavior. Got 10 minutes left.
Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor. I understand.
We're just gonna try to get as far as we can, because I know the trial's close to end.
The trial close to ending? You mean a recess? Break for the day.
Yeah, we're getting close to a break.
Yeah. From the moment I saw the crime scene, I had a feeling that Matt was the murderer. Matt had to kill Juan no matter what. And he didn't have an alibi for what he was doing at the time of the murder. My thoughts were confirmed by the evidence. Of course, the button and the knife. Except, why didn't he take your knife if he was like so hell-bent on like killing someone? But I'm Matt's manager.
Why would she purposely frame herself?
No, why would he? If he was actually the one who did it, why would he
Yeah,
frame
and
himself?
if you found it and wanted to help them, why would you then frame yourself by keeping the evidence?
No, I'm saying assuming what she says is true.
Yeah.
Why would he, if he was the murderer doing all of this, why would he use that knife and not her knife?
Right.
Frame himself. But
well, he's also an idiot, so...
I mean, yeah, he is an idiot. Which is why I don't think he would be able to do any of this. But
okay,
I'm Matt's manager, so I felt like I had to protect him. It does account for everything. Well, I am the logical type, she says. We're finally seeing her true self. She's more nervous than a scared rabbit. If the defense can find no fault with his testimony, I'm ready to make a ruling. What do you mean you're ready to make a ruling? Keep in mind that as you cross-examine. Keep that in mind as you cross-examine, Mr. Wright.
Like somehow everything has swung in the opposite end of the scale again. That means I just have to put my weight into this and turn her logic upside down.
I swear to God, every time someone says anything, the judge is always on the other person's side. The button and the knife, how does he know about that?
You can hardly call the knife decisive evidence. The fingerprints on the knife could very well be a clever camouflage.
Then we'll put the button.
The button?
It's clear from the crime scene that the victim and his murderer fought. And during the fight, the killer ripped out the button from the jamming ninja's costume. Oh, you're talking about this button, correct? That button was found in the pleats of Matt Sakama. Is that correct? I think that would make it very decisive evidence. What do the pleats mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess the pleats is basically what the actual thing is called. Right. Looks like you were outfoxed again, Mr. Wright.
Anyway, the knife doesn't prove a thing. Please fix your testimony.
I can't stand the sight of a man who can't gracefully accept his defeat.
Thank goodness Mia can still look at me.
With an icy stare, yes.
God, why is everyone on my case?
Miss Andrews. Miss Andrews, for Mr. Wright's sake, please add this information to your testimony. That's a, to be fair, be weak thing. Okay.
Wait, no, shit. Hold on. I'm just gonna
No.
skip this because I don't want to press.
Get hit. Wait, you didn't lose anything.
Okay, here it is.
That button was torn off.
Yeah, no, you don't
Wait,
get punished for
the same
pressing.
thing? It's the same thing only. It is the exact
Yeah,
same.
but it's just qualifying because now I'm gonna hit you with
Oh, the
autopsy
picture.
report.
Oh, you're not going to talk about the picture?
Well, no.
Oh, yeah, to be fair, you wouldn't be able to see it in the
This
police.
is the victim's autopsy report. It clearly states that the cause of death was strangulation by scarf. So where the fuck did the blood come from?
Strangulation?
The knife stab to the victim was done after the victim had already died.
And does that mean?
Let's examine the evidence. The button has the victim's blood on it, which would mean that it was ripped off the costume when? After the knife was stabbed into the victim.
Yes.
Exactly, which means it's impossible for this button to have been torn off during the victim's final struggle.
I mean, to be fair, it could have been torn
because
off.
the
but
victim was strangled to death in the fight.
Yes.
That's right, Miss Andrews. There is no way this button was ripped off during the struggle. The button was cautiously placed off. This button was consciously pulled off the victim's already dead body. What is the meaning of this right? So what if the button was torn off the body when the victim had already died? What does that change? Well, let me ask you a simple question, Mr. Edgeworth. Why was the button torn off? What purpose did it serve? What purpose? We know that this button was not torn off during the fight, so the murderer took the time to effortlessly rip up this from the victim's body. That would mean that the murderer had something in mind, wouldn't it?
Mr. Wright, does that mean?
Pin the crime on Unguard.
Yes.
There is only one logical reason for doing something like that. It was to pin the crime on Unguard. There's no way someone would put a bloodied button in their own pants. That's right. Mr. Unguard was set up by the real killer, of course.
I would like to point out one small thing.
Yeah.
I feel like Andrews herself has been caught off guard by some of these things. Like, you know, the whole point of he was killed by strangulation and she was caught off guard by that.
Yep.
I feel like there's another twist coming along.
Well, obviously, this is
Yeah.
the final case. You didn't think it was going to end in one day, did you?
No, poor Maya.
We'll see. You'll see.
You'll all see. And
Just
the
read it.
mother is... Well, Mr. Right, who in the world was the real killer then?
Finally. I can't believe I managed to bring this trial all the way up to this point.
Phoenix, you can't kick out on yet. Not until the very end.
The real killer, the person who planned the frame Unguard, is...
It's not, is it her? It can't be her. Is it her? It's her. We have to say that's her.
We have no other people to blame. Miss Adrian Andrews, I choose you. You are
choose
Mr.
you.
Creative Killer.
Miss... What? Miss Adrian Andrews, I choose you. Go, Pikachu. Mr. Wright. There's a very grave matter. Do you have evidence that supports your charge?
Any evidence? Have you been listening to this damn trial? All the evidence points to Miss Andrews. Literally everything we talked about.
How preposterous. You can't stick any of that on me.
I can't, can I? Well, would you care to test me?
Then what about this knife?
The knife was used to stab the victim after he already been strangled to death. It was used to throw suspicion on the Mr. Unguard, naturally. The knife covered in the victim's fingerprints only could have been taken from his room.
And don't forget...
And the only person who had dinner with him and knew that the knife to take was you.
Yeah.
Oh,
By the
there's
way-
3.
By the way, look,
Hold on, we're doing a glasses count now.
Yeah, I finished it. By the way, I finished the art of Maya.
Away! I love that little Maya.
Next time it's gonna be Phoenix's turn, Phoenix's turn. But we already have the Phoenix standing nude over there. It's gonna be a great
Yeah.
time.
I'm gonna end it once we get done with this little run.
What? What about the button that was found in Matt's Hakama?
This button was removed from the victim's body after he already died. The only people who could have done that so were the person who found his body or the killer. However, Mr. Ungard was the real killer. There's no way he could have put such an incriminating piece of evidence in his own pants.
I mean, to be fair,
That's
he
4.
is an idiot.
The only person who could have put this button into his pants is the person who went to wake him up from his nap, which is yet again you, Miss Andrews.
Wait, I see. What about the empty guitar case?
That is also another piece of evidence that incriminates Miss Andrews.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait, she's wearing her full outfit, Monique. That makes sense. She's wearing clothes inside the costume.
What, you think she undressed to wear the costume?
No.
That would leave evidence.
No. I was just looking at this for a second. I was like, wait a second. And I realized, oh no, wait, that's just her shirt.
You know, before we end the entirety of the game, we do need to get an Andrews piece.
We do.
Anyway.
That
costume was used to hide the real killer's identity as they fled the crime scene. Now, who could have known that there would be such a costume inside the guitar case? Could only have been the person who prepared that costume for the victim. And that person is you, Miss Adrian Andrews.
No, honey.
But Miss Andrews' fingerprints were nowhere found on the guitar case. And it was you that proved that she was not wearing gloves at the time.
That's right.
That's because she didn't intend on leaving any prints. If anyone had found out that she touched the case, they would have asked her why. So to avoid leaving any prints, she used a towel or something to open it.
Makes perfect sense.
But the glass of tomato juice is a different story. If Miss Andrews purposely left her fingerprints on the glass to show that, yes, indeed, she was the classic dazed discoverer of the dead body. That's 5.
Oh my god.
And to top it all off, there's this photo. A photo of the killer as they exited the scene of the crime. No reasonable person on Earth can believe this nickel samurai is Matt Ungard. He would be much too short for his own costume if it was him.
The tailor-made costume.
Speaking of how tall people are, Miss Andrews, you're also kind of short in stature, aren't you?
Please, stop.
Well, how about it, Miss Andrews? Got her this time.
Miss Andrews? I refuse to testify. Oh, no one's ever done that before.
I'm gonna stop here.
Oh my god, what a good point to stop. Objection! Maya.
She's like 5 seconds away from those pants dropping because she is not built for this clothes.
Potentially, yeah.
Like,
Unless
we
she,
all agree.
unless she tied the belt pretty powerful, pretty strong, tightly.
She had to make like 3 extra notches just to get it to hold.
Oh my god, I love this one. I don't know why I love this one so much. Peak Phoenix, I'm going to crush you with the truth.
Yeah. Anyway, so that is all for this time.
It's been a wonderful time. Thanks so much for being here.
I wish we could have finished this first trial bit, but we have like a few more testimonies before then.
We can't do another one of those things, but we go
I'm
another
not
hour.
doing it again. I'm being responsible.
Goodbye. Anyway, anyone else here watching? Thanks so much for watching. It's been a wonderful time. Goodbye. Hopefully, we only have two more streams of this left. Maybe, maybe two. I don't,
Debatable.
I don't think we can do three. I think it's two.
Debatable.
Debatable. And we'll see. This is exciting. I love this. Anyway, next week, more Danganronpa Despair Girls, which is gonna be a great time. I'm gonna be a PNG again because cosplay, and I can't. I don't have the energy to do that for like
Wait,
the actual model.
cosplay?
Remember at the end of the last
You
one?
didn't, you didn't do a cosplay. You said Toko.
What didn't I say cosplay Toko?
No, you picked. Well,
What did I pick?
I thought the thing I had written down is you were doing. It was Toko in a Future Foundation uniform.
Oh
suit.
yeah! Oh my god! Sorry, my brain just stopped working all of a sudden.
That was what you picked.
Yeah,
it was
sorry.
your choice.
Yeah. I'm gonna draw that. So I'm not gonna be PNG. Congratulations! I'm gonna be animated again. I love that.
Okay. Anyway, see you for Plague Night. next time.
Goodbye.